Hello, gorgeous girls and beautiful boys, men, and women. Happy International Women's Day. That is occurred. I just remembered. I said that just occurred. Actually, I just remembered. Today is no, oh, it's tomorrow. But I think when you'll be getting this video, it's gonna be tomorrow because I'll be posting or uploading tomorrow. So happy International Women's Day to you all. I think the theme for this year is give to gain. I don't know what we are giving, or I don't know. I really do not understand. Probably on Monday when we get to the office and they explain it to us. Okay, I've not done my research. Let me just tell you. But I saw it just few minutes before I started shooting. So it says give to gain. I don't know, but yeah, happy International Women's Day to all the amazing women out there. Thank you for standing in the gap for us. Thank you for being so amazing. We see you, we recognize you, we value you, we appreciate you, we love you. Yes, thank you. So yes, welcome back to my YouTube channel. There was no video last week because bro, I was going to post, but then I got tired. I had a lot to do, so I just had to like just pause. And also I started doing this one-on-one product management class with some of my students. So that was it's actually just drained me, and I said, you know what, let's just move it to this week. So welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a product manager in Nigeria or you are trying to break into product management and you've ever heard the phrase competitive analysis in a meeting and the only thing you could do was to nod, this video is for you. So today what I am doing is I'm breaking down exactly what competitive analysis is, which frameworks to use, and we are doing it with real Nigerian fintech examples. So we are going to be I think comparing OPay, PalmPay, and also Kuda, so you can see how this actually works in the market or in our market here in Nigeria. So you need to stay to the end of this video because I will also tell you where to get the data for free. Like free, you don't need to pay for any tool. It is actually free of charge. So no excuses after today. They say go and do competitive analysis. You can go into the market and do it. So let's go. Now, this slide that you are going to be seeing is going to be the agenda. So what we are going to cover today is we are covering five things. The first one is what competitive analysis is, what it means, and why it matters for you as a product manager. The second part of it is the four frameworks I use most often. Yeah. The third one is a full Nigerian case study. So, like I said, we are going to be doing OPay, PalmPay, and Kuda. And the fourth one is where to find your data without paying for any expensive tools. And five, how to actually present your findings to your team so they take action on it. Like you show them and they take action. So why competitive analysis matters? Let's talk about why you should even bother with competitive analysis, right? The number one thing you should understand is it informs your product strategy. It informs your product strategy. So understanding what competitors are doing helps you decide what you should do. Like you see, for example, in this part of the world, you can be on the street and there are like five people selling the same product, but there will be a reason why you keep going to this particular person rather than the other four people selling the same product, right? So it's because you've done like a bit of competitive analysis and you've seen that maybe this woman's price is even higher, but the quality is good. So that is actually what competitive analysis. I'm just trying to like summarize, right? So you want to see, okay, why should I patronize this person? Should you compete head on? Should you differentiate? Should you avoid certain features altogether, right? Then the number two point you should understand is it identifies market gaps and opportunities. It helps to see that, oh, this thing, they are not doing it in the market here. And this is where me, I can now come and pitch my things. Do you get? So sometimes the best product ideas come from seeing what competitors are not doing. So when you say that, okay, fine, I have this idea, some other people are doing it, but what is that one thing that they are not doing? And that could just be the edge you have in that market. Do you get? So that is it. What are users complaining about in their app reviews? You've gone to their app application reviews, either iOS or Play Store. You've seen what people keep saying. Like you can see like 5, 6 comments saying, "Oh, we want this thing. Why can't you give this thing? Why can't you give this thing?" I saw something some days ago, and I've actually been thinking about it. And somebody said, "Why can't we track like live tracking on child deck?" I can do that when I use Uber. I can even do it on Glovo. So why can't I have? Because I want to see where my rider is. I ordered for food. Why can't I see where the rider is at the point? Something happened to me this morning. I sent out two bottles of honey, and the price was meant to be 2,300 naira. Then the next thing, the rider went to another destination, and at the point of delivering, when it was done, the price went up to 3,000 naira. I had to like tell them that no, I had to tell them no, I can't pay 2,000, I mean 3,000 naira because your rider was at this point and it's not the same route to where he was meant to go and deliver my product. So that is it. So those are the things that you want to see and what features are missing. Now, the third thing is it validates your ideas. If three competitors all have a similar feature, there's probably a reason. The market has validated that users want this. That is why all of them they have the same features. So you can learn from their implementation. The fourth one is it helps you differentiate. I know when I see Glovo, I know it is Glovo. I know when I see Childek, I know this is Childek. I know when I see Uber, I know when I see Bolt. Do you get? So it helps you differentiate. Once you understand the competitive landscape, you can position your product uniquely. So what can you do that they can't or won't do? Do you get? So that is why it matters. Then the fifth point is it prevents you from building what already exists. So many of us, especially fintech industries, everybody is trying to do forex exchange, all of that thing. That is what most people are doing, and they will say, we are trying to tend to those in the diaspora or something. It is the same thing everybody is doing, and their exchange rate, the price, yeah, you just wait till bank they have the foreign currency and you can transact using going inside the banking or rather than you doing it with those applications. So nothing worse than spending months building one particular feature only to realize that your competitor already has a better version. So research first, then build second. Research first, build second. It's just similar to what I say when I say that you should identify the problem before you go into the solution. So competitive analysis is not just spying on competitors. It is strategic research that makes you a better product manager. Now, the third slide is what is competitive analysis? So, what is competitive analysis? I'm just going to put it this way. It is the process of studying your competitors, what they are doing, how they are positioned, where they are winning, and where they are dropping the ball, so that you can make smarter product decisions. Simple as that, Shikina. So, it is the process of studying your competitors. You want to know what this person is doing, what are they doing, how are they positioned in the market, where are they winning, and where are they dropping the ball, so that you yourself and I you can make smarter product decisions. Now you think of it as intelligence gathering, right? You are not copying your competitors, you are learning from the market. In quotes, you are learning from the market so you can serve your users better. So as a Nigerian product manager, right, this is especially important because our market moves fast. We are always trying to do 1 million things at the same time. So what OPay launches today, PalmPay might copy next month, right? What Kuda does for urban millennials, someone else is doing it for traders in Aba. So you need to know what is happening around you. Three things competitive analysis gives you. The first thing is know the market. You understand the players and the game being played. The second thing is find gaps. So you see where users are underserved, and that is your product opportunity. Then the third thing is position smartly. You figure out what makes your product the right choice for your users. We say something like the right product at the right time for the right users. So you are able to like position yourself strategically. Now, the next one is the frameworks. So there are many frameworks for competitive analysis, but I want to just focus on four that are most practical for product managers. And I think there is a video where I actually explain these in detail, but let's just pick them one after the other. The first one, as you can see, is SWOT analysis. So SWOT, SWOT. So they say SWOT, that is strength, weakness, opportunities, and weaknesses, or weakness, opportunities, and threats. So this is the most common one, and honestly, still one of the most useful. So you are doing a snapshot of where a competitor stands today. So you want to see their strengths. Why is everyone going to this particular person? What is they will definitely have one bot. They will say there is no how that they've created somebody, there will just be one bot. So what is that bot in their product? Then opportunities. Oh, what is the opportunity here? And then what is the threat? Okay, fine. If I say I want to go into this industry, what are the opportunities available, and what are the threats also available in that particular industry. Now we have the Potter's five forces. I have a video where I actually explain this in detail. So this one is more strategic. It helps you understand the broader competitive landscape. Who has power in the market? Okay, so we have like buyers. I know I did this in advanced macroeconomics. So we have like the buyers, we have the suppliers, we have the new entrants, we have substitutes, and we have existing rivals. So great for when you are entering a new market or pitching a new product direction to leadership. So you can use the Potter's five forces. Now the next one is feature comparison matrix. So this one is the most practical for day-to-day product manager work. It is literally a table. So you list features down the left, then you do competitors across the top, and you fill in who has what. So I'm going to just put a picture so that you see it. Then it is simple and very effective for stakeholder conversations. So I'm going to put a diagram so that you can see what I'm talking about. Then we have the perceptual map. So this is a two-axis visual chart. You pick two dimensions that matter. So maybe price and ease of use, or target demographic and feature richness. And you plot all the competitors on the map. It shows you visually where each player sits in the market and where there is open space. So I'm going to attach an image also so you save this. So we are going to use some of this on the OPay, PalmPay, Kuda case study right now. So let's get into it. Now, if you see the slide, it's the Nigerian fintech war. So let's talk about the mobile money war happening right now in Nigeria. So three names you absolutely must know as a Nigerian fintech PM is OPay, you don't know OPay, PalmPay, and Kuda. So not everybody. I don't use. Funny enough, I don't even use any of these applications. Not like use, but I've tested them. Do you get? I've tested them, but I don't have accounts with any of them. But I've tested them using my friends' accounts, right? So these three are not actually competing for the exact same user, and that is a key insight in itself. So let me break it down, right? OPay is the agent banking giant. They have over 500,000 agents across Nigeria. Their power is offline. Go to any bus stop in Lagos, Ibadan, Kano, there is an OPay agent there. And I feel like I might be wrong, but I feel like OPay was not built for people like us. I feel like rather OPay was built for maybe market women that when you go to the market, you want to transfer to them, they want to get alerts immediately. I feel like those were the people that they actually built OPay for. But now we too we say, me too, I want credit alert sharp sharp. And that's why we too enter that market. Do you get? But OPay is an amazing organization, an amazing application in itself. Now, the second one is PalmPay, right? PalmPay is the rewards driven player. So, their strategy is give you cash back, give you rewards, keep you coming back. They are chasing the mass market consumer aggressively. Now, the third one is Kuda. Kuda is the mobile first challenger bank, right? They are going after the digitally native, urban millennial who hate banks and wants everything on their phone with zero card fees. Actually, that was what they started with, right? So three different positioning strategies. That is already a lesson. You can see where OPay is. You see where what's it called? PalmPay is, and you see where Kuda, where all of them are actually seated. So you can actually, it's actually insightful for you to now do your analysis, right? So now let's do like the SWOT deep dive for OPay. So now, the strength of OPay, I actually want to speak more on OPay. You can go and do your own competitive analysis for PalmPay and Kuda, but let's focus on OPay, right? We already cited where they are in the market, but let's focus on OPay. Yes, so now strength for OPay. The agent network is their biggest, what's it called now? Their biggest entry into the market, right? Nobody in Nigeria has come close to 500,000 plus agents. They also have multiple revenue streams, logistics, food delivery, through all food, fintech, and all of that. They are not dependent on just one thing, and they have serious investment banking from Chinese investors, right? Now, the weakness is the app experience is not the cleanest. It's not. I've seen it, and it can be better. It tries to do so many things, and it shows. Of course, it shows. So they have also had like trust issues, and there were incidents where accounts were frozen and social media ran with it. And honestly, if you talk to Lagos professionals, Kuda has more brand coolness factor. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But OPay is I like OPay. I like OPay. Now opportunities. 38% of Nigeria is still unbanked. Yeah. Then let me even say this. Before they were saying that we want to bank the unbanked. How far have we gone with that? Banking the unbank. You are just building applications everywhere, saying you want to bank the unbank. Okay, so that is tens of millions of people, right? OPay is well positioned to convert that market, especially through their agents, right? There is also huge opportunity in SME lending and cross-border payments across West Africa. That is an opportunity for, or opportunities rather, for OPay. Now, the threats, the CBN has been tightening regulations on fintechs, so PalmPay is building their agent network first, and MTN Momo is not sleeping either. So you can see where everybody is now going towards. Oh, this is happening. Let's see how we can quickly walk towards getting this thing that central bank is trying to get. Now, notice I did not make it up. Oh, I did not make it up. Every single point here is backed by public information, news articles, app reviews, bank statements, or official statements on their own website or something. So that is the skill, synthesizing public information into structured insights. Now we are going to get out. We are going to. The reason I actually I mentioned that part is because we are going to get to that part where you want to see where you are going to get your data from. But before we go into that, let's check the feature comparison matrix. So now let's look at the feature comparison matrix. I've compared OPay, PalmPay, and Kuda across 6 key features. Agent network, OPay wins clearly. PalmPay is growing fast. Kuda has none. Zero transfer fees. Kuda wins here, and that is a big deal for someone who sends money daily. OPay charges. PalmPay has some free tiers, right? Now, cashback and rewards. PalmPay wins. This is literally their core acquisition strategy. Now, savings and investments. Kuda. Let's give it to Kuda. Kuda wins. They have a full savings suite, and OPay and PalmPay have basic savings products, right? Now, the loan access. OPay and PalmPay both have quick loan products. Kuda is still in beta on this, right? Now, operating on Google Play in 2024, Kuda has the highest at 4.4, PalmPay at 4.1, OPay at 3.8. Now, so what does this tell you? What does this tell you? Kuda is winning on experience and trust. PalmPay is winning on acquisition through reward. OPay is winning when it comes to distribution and reach. So yes, everybody is winning. It's just that it is they are most likely doing the same thing, but look at the positioning, right? Now, where do you find data? Where do you actually find this information? 6 free resources I use regularly as a Nigerian product manager. App Store reviews. Go to Google Play, search your competitor's application, read the 1 star and 2 star reviews. Users will tell you exactly what is broken. It is free, honest, and always up to date. Except that some users and they do beef. And I want to say something. You know that I have to say, some organizations, they will tell, because I've experienced it before, they will tell you that employees, you should go to the App Store to start rating the organization or the application very well. You should start doing 5 star. When the application or the organization is not even doing 5 star, they're not even doing 1 star, they're doing -100. But yeah, I gotta say it. I said what I said. Now, the other part is the second place where you can get this data is from Google Trends Nigeria. So when you type in OPay, just type in OPay versus PalmPay versus Kuda and look at search trends over the past 12 months. You can see when the products had a spike, maybe they ran a big campaign or when interest dropped. So you can see that. Now there's Twitter, there's Reddit, search the competitor's name. You'll find real conversation, complaints, viral moments, filter by recent, and you get a very current picture of what is happening. Now, TechCabal, Techpoint Africa, these are the 2 most important Nigerian tech news sites. They cover funding rounds, product launches, executive moves, and you should read them regularly. Then there is also Statista and SimilarWeb. Yes, so both are free tiers, right? I think they have like free tiers that I think they have subscription, right? I'm not very sure right now, but you can get like traffic estimates, app download trends, and market share data from those 2 applications. Now, there is also CBN and NITS reports. So, official government data on licensed fintechs, transaction volumes, and market statistics. So, slower to update, but it is credible for stakeholder presentations. I mean, maybe I'm going to pick CBN and NITS and also the App Store. I might not want to do the, what's it called, the Twitter thing. I might not want to do like TechCabal and all of that, but you get, so there is no excuse for you. You don't need a paid tool to do a very good competitive analysis. You just need to know where to find your data, and they're actually available online. So how do you present this insight? you've done the research, you have the data. So how do you present it? The first thing I want you to do is start with so what. Do not open it with I analyze this three competitors. Open with PalmPay is winning urban market trends or traders through cashback, and we are not competing for that segment yet. Here is what we should do: lead with the business implication. Lead with the business implication every time. The second step is use visuals, not walls of text. Put visuals, put images. So your feature matrix, your perceptual map, these do more in 5 seconds than three paragraphs of analysis. Your stakeholders can, they do not read. I actually got a feedback on my last video that probably I should start putting like images so that it's not just me talking and talking. And I see that yes, that would be very, very beneficial to my listeners. And that's why we said, okay, you know what, let's come up with the slides and see how that goes. So you should do images. People retain visual images, or what do I call it now? Representation, than when it's just text or me talking and all of that. Now, the third step is segment by your user personas. So a competitive gap means different things to different users. Show the gap that directly affects the users your product is trying to serve. So do not dump everything. You should create it. Create it. Do not just put our users know there are demographics, there are different things, different users, different things that they want. So you should be able to create that for your users. Then the fourth one is end it with a recommendation. This is actually funny. I did something yesterday, and while I was trying to do everything, I got this recommendation, and I was like, no, because that recommendation felt like I was shooting myself in the leg. So I told my line manager, I've removed the recommendation. He said, you know what, put it back. So yes, always end it with a recommendation. A competitive analysis with no recommendation is just expensive homework. Tell your team, here is what I think we should build next. Here is what we should deprioritize, and here is why. So that is what makes you a strategic product manager, not just a researcher. Are we clear? Now, what have we learned in class today? Killer colony. What is that in Igbo? What is that in Hausa? I will learn that. But what what did you get from everything I've been saying? So let's learn this. 5 things to remember from today. One, competitive analysis is super powerful. Product managers do it regularly, not just when your manager asks for it. The second thing is use the right framework for the job. SWOT for snapshots, Potter's 5 for strategy, feature metrics for day to day, perceptual map for positioning. Are we clear? Then the third thing is Nigerian fintech is one of the most competitive markets in Africa. We have OPay, we have PalmPay, we have Kuda. And it shows us that the three companies can serve the same country with totally different positioning. And all of them, they will find traction. They will. There is a man for every woman, there is a woman for every, you will find it. Do you understand me? So yes, then the fourth one is free data is everywhere. App Store reviews, Google Trend, TechCabal, CBN Reports. You have no excuse not to know your market. Then the fifth one is always end with an action. Analysis without recommendation is noise. Yes, that is it. So if you found this helpful, please subscribe. I put our content out specifically for product managers and those who want to break into the field. Drop your comments in the comment. I mean, drop your question in the comment section. I reply to every single comment. I don't think there's anybody that I've not responded to. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Say thank you to Temi too. Thank you. And if you want me to go probably deeper into any of these frameworks, actually, I don't think I want to do that because I already have a video where I spoke about. Probably I'm just going to attach it to the end of the video so that you can go and watch the video. So drop your comments. You can like, you can share with your product managers, share with everybody. Drop a comment, subscribe, and we are gonna see in the next video. Take care of yourself and happy International Women's Day again. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.